Yep. Okay. How's it going, Tasha?
It's going. I'm sick again.
What else is new? Because that is actually old news. You're always sick.
I am.
I just, I think I told you the other day, I think of you in that default state as sick.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I either have the worst immune system in history or I don't know. There's no other explanation.
Well, I mean, you're also a teacher, and so that's just a recipe for disaster, because nasty little kids all the time running around.
I guess. It's fucking dumb.
Speaking of nasty people, so this week at work has just been it's been a week.
Uh-oh.
A few days ago, I had a lady in my car. I say a few, it was almost a week ago now, but lady in my car, and I could hear her like coughing and sniffling and stuff like that. And she's talking to her friend sitting next to her, and she's like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna call in tomorrow. I'm still sick." And I was like, "Oh my god, you're sick and you're in my car. I hate this. I hate this. I hate this." And then she goes on to mention that it's COVID.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm glad I wear a mask when I work, but I was just like, "Are you serious? And you've been out and about? Go home."
Wow. That was
So
not cool.
no, that's bad enough. And then tonight, while I was out, I had picked up these girls from a club. We were on our way back to their place. They put in the wrong address. They were super drunk. They put in the wrong address at first. When I took them to the place that were going, they're like, "Oh my god, this is the wrong address. Hang on, I'm gonna fix it." And then instead of fixing it, what she did was she canceled the trip, and she called for another Uber. But I didn't see that it canceled. Instead, it just rerouted me because it actually picked up somebody else. Uh,
Uh-oh.
and so I'm heading over to pick up this other person. And then we realize as we're getting there, I'm like, this is not where you guys live. This is another club. Like, and she's like, no, this is not where we live. And then I looked and I was like, oh my God, this says it's for somebody else. And then the person that I'm going to pick up walks up to the window and is like, hey, you guys took my Uber. And I tried to explain to them. I was like, no, they didn't take your Uber. This is what happened. They were already in here. They put in the wrong address. I can take them home because it's literally around the corner. Because at this point, we knew where we were supposed to be going. And he was getting mad and he was like, no, you took my Uber. And I was like, they didn't take your Uber, bro. I can come right back and get you. You're not going to get charged any extra. You got to wait an extra like 7, 8 minutes. That's it. But he didn't want to hear it. So I just drove off and left him.
That's
I took them
hilarious.
home. They gave me an extra $25 though, so I was like, you know what? It was worth it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
What a poor schmuck.
Anyway, and I canceled his ride. He had like 6 people with him too. I was like, you wouldn't have fit in my car anyway, so no. Also, those girls. This is gonna sound creepy, sort of, when I say it, but
Uh-oh.
when I let after I let them out, I always let the windows down and let the current air flow through so
Yeah.
that it can like remove any odors and things like that. And then after a while, I take my mask off, and the smell was the club, right? But in that way that like it reminded me of the Lizard Lounge,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, I'm a little sad because the Lizard Lounge is no more.
Yeah. I wonder if there's a place like it.
I'm sure there is. But I texted Irene as well and told her, but it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, so she probably hasn't even gotten it yet.
Yeah. Oh, the lizard lounge.
Yeah. So that's part of how my week has been. And then my niece also called me and she was crying and she was asking me to forgive her and then immediately flipped and started cussing me out and I was like, "All right, I'm just going to block you." And
Oh
so I just blocked
no.
her. Yeah. So,
Goodness. So this is from Thanksgiving?
yeah, and then she started it up again recently, so I was like, "Yeah, we're done. You're done." What about you?
Sometimes, man. My week was my week was okay. It was interesting because okay, the last 2 days of school were Monday, Tuesday,
Mm.
and they were half days. And then immediately after that, like Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I watched Ivan's kids, Isabella and Juliet, my nieces,
Oh yeah, yeah.
and Juliet's 5 and Isabella is almost 5 months.
Yeah, I was gonna say she's a baby baby.
She's a baby and she's so tiny. I miss
Well,
holding babies
Juliet's
like that.
tiny.
Juliet's very tiny, yes. Man, it was interesting taking care of a baby again. I haven't taken care of a baby in about 5 years since Aiden was a baby.
Did it make you want another one?
No,
You didn't grab the baby fever immediately.
not at all.
I'm sure that made Ernesto happy.
Yeah, surely. Yeah, the first night I watched, or the first day I watched her, he came home early and she was crying. And he was like, "Oh man, I don't miss this." She was just hungry. And she's
I'm
so
surprised.
cute. She's
I'm
a
surprised he
pretty,
didn't just go. You know what? I'll come back.
yeah, call me when they're gone. Yeah, she's a pretty happy baby.
That's good.
Yeah. So it wasn't like hard at all.
Yeah.
And that was my week. Oh, and last minute Christmas shopping yesterday with Dad.
Gross. Christmas
Yeah,
shopping is gross.
it was pretty packed in Walmart.
Yeah, I was out earlier and I was just like, there's just traffic everywhere.
Yep. In the holiday season, ugh, it's gross.
Mm-hmm.
It's like online shopping hasn't helped at all. There's like a ton of people out.
Yep.
And it was
Well,
early too. It was like 12 in the afternoon. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck?
yeah. I was out a little later. I was out around 6 or 7, something like that. I got home around
Mm-mm.
8. So,
Mm-mm.
well, are you ready to get into it?
Yep.
All right. Hit them with the intro, Tasha.
Welcome to What M Dreams. I'm one of your hosts, Tasha, and I'm here with,
Dustin.
and we're here to talk to you about dreams. Dreams, dreams, dreams. Oh my gosh, I just remembered a dream I had yesterday.
Okay.
Okay, so I dreamt I went karaokeing,
Okay.
and I was just listening to one of our podcasts yesterday. I was editing it, and we are talking about karaokeing. So I think that's why I dreamt about karaokeing. So it was at some sort of a club, like a nightclub, with a a stage, a pretty good sized stage, and tables all around, like in the audience area.
Mm-hmm.
And I got up to sing, and I actually got to sing.
Oh, you actually got to sing in a
I
dream?
actually sing. I never get to sing in a dream.
I
I
know,
don't,
except for that one time that you were trying to escape.
yeah. It's always me waiting.
Yeah.
But yeah, I actually got to sing.
Do you know what you sang?
No, but it was like a 3 verse song.
Okay.
Wait, am I thinking of the right thing? Yeah, it had like 3 verses and a chorus in between each of the verses. And so I was the first person to sing the first verse, and then 2 other people sang the next 2 verses. So it was nice. I don't remember what I sang though. That's gonna bother me. But yeah, and it was, we shared the stage. Everybody was very polite, and they're like, I guess I'll go ahead and sing. And I was like, yeah, you do it. And then we're all encouraging each other.
Wow.
And I feel like
So
the
you're all,
one who sang after me, he looked like the guy from, dang, I don't know if you're gonna recognize him, but he's a blonde guy from Game of Thrones. His
oh
character was
yeah. Yeah.
Jamie.
No, I have no idea what you're talking about. You're talking about the
Picture,
real pale guy, the guy that looks young?
no.
No? Okay. Then I don't know who you're talking about.
I'm trying to think of what else he played in. He played in some other things, but well, picture Prince Charming and Shrek.
Okay.
He looks just like that guy.
I don't think that's true.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Mhm. He
No.
does. Yeah.
Because I think that's the guy that I think looks really young.
Yeah. He's middle aged.
No.
Yeah.
No, you're thinking of
That's
Peter Dinklage.
no.
No, that was Sean Bean. He died in that show.
He did, and he was not blonde.
Sean Bean was blonde at one point in his life. Anyway, I guess that's not the point. So that was the second guy that sang.
Yeah, that was there's the second guy who sang. I don't remember who sang the third. I know it was a girl though. But yeah, that's all I remember of that dream. Also, I'm sending you a
Oh.
picture of this guy.
Okay. I really wish you could figure out what song it was that you sang. Have you ever written a song in your dream?
Mm, not that I recall. I've
You
sang
think that's
original
blonde?
songs in my dreams, if
Well, that's
that
what I
makes
mean.
sense.
Yeah, original.
Okay. Yeah. And like melodies. I remembered melodies waking up from a dream before. So yeah, I guess so.
That's crazy though, right? Like your brain can come up with a whole like song and everything
Mm-hmm.
while you're asleep. It's like, what's the
Yep.
point of that?
No, there's some pretty famous people who have dreamt up songs before,
I
put them
know.
out in their hits.
So one of the dreams that I had was very short, and I don't know, the few times that I've told this, it's gotten the same reaction, which is ew, gross. Which is it is. It's very gross. So I guess I had a dream where I won't say that I was giving myself a pedicure, but basically I was giving myself a pedicure. I
That's
was
funny.
like cleaning and everything like that, and then like I was like filing, and one of my big toes though, the toenail on it was completely black.
Oh no.
Yeah, and then like so I started like trying to dig out from underneath it, and like I was pulling on something, and it came out. It was like lint almost, and it just kind of kept coming out of my toe, and that was when I woke
That
up though.
sounds
Like
awful.
it was a lot. It was like string but lint, and I just kept pulling it out of my toe from underneath my toenail.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was fun.
No. That reminds me of a video I recently saw. Well, actually, Nesso saw it and he was showing me it of a woman with wigworm,
Oh, yeah, yeah,
which I didn't know was a thing. With her husband or whoever was with her, she was like, pull it out," and he kept pulling and pulling, and it was some kind of worm coming out of her scalp.
yeah. Yep.
Fuck that!
You probably have worms in you right now,
Shut up!
in your intestines.
No,
Yeah, I mean, most of
no,
us have little bitty worms.
I don't wanna. No.
But yeah, I've never had that happen. The only time that I had any of my nails like change color, it was when I lost my thumbnail. Um, it had turned full black before it came off.
Damn,
Yeah,
what happened?
I was I was like 7 years old, 6 years old, something like that, and
Yeah,
I had fallen in a parking lot, and I guess I smashed it when I fell, and it just like immediately went dark. Like
yeah.
I guess the blood started kind of like pooling up underneath it. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
and then it
that's
just kind
happened to
of
my dad before.
came right off.
Mm-hmm. Gross.
Yeah,
That's happened to Nesto before too.
yeah, it's not that
So
bad.
yucky.
It hurts at first, but after a while, it's just okay. It grew back, so
Well, that's good.
I don't even think I could tell you which one it was.
Well, it was one of your two, surely.
Are you sure? Maybe it was a third one that that I didn't keep. Anyway, tell us about one of your other dreams.
All right. One of my other dreams I titled, and I didn't have much this week that I remembered anyway.
Yeah.
I titled Night Bike Bugs.
Yeah.
Night Bike Bugs.
Yeah, I was confused by the title, but I was like, okay, all right. I'm intrigued.
It wasn't that long. So I started out on going on a trip in the truck with my mom. I think we were actually coming home from a trip together and we are trying to navigate our way home together. And I was driving, she was in the passenger, okay?
Mhm.
And it was nighttime. So, it started out rather normal. Like, we stopped by a gas station, got some snacks, and then got back in the truck and we kept driving. And then, for some reason, we started losing our way. I guess we did not have GPS navigation for some reason. And so we're trying to go all different kinds of ways to make it back on the original path that we were on, our original path of travel, and we couldn't figure it out.
All
Um,
right.
and in the middle of trying to figure that out, the truck, it changes from us being in a truck to us being on bicycles.
Okay.
So we were lost. We were on bicycles, and we had lights on our bikes, but it was not as it did not give us it did not light up a big area like our truck headlights did. So it started to suck because we're on this path on our bikes and our headlights wouldn't show us more than 10 feet ahead of us and it was pitch black.
Mm. Oh.
Yeah. Um, and we finally find the path that we were supposed to be on to be heading home. But the thing that was marking the path were
Mm-hmm.
bugs.
Okay.
It was like slugs. Like
Oh,
picture, well, maybe not slugs. Picture oversized maggots or grubs.
ew. Okay. Yeah.
And yeah, we were rolling over those. And like we're running over them. It was so weird.
Gross.
That was our path though. It was like a trail of slug bugs, like grub bugs. And for some reason there was like it was either a narrator or someone ahead of us who was like, and this is your trail now. And it's disgusting. But you have to follow this trail.
Oh.
And we are like, yeah, this is fucking gross. This is disgusting. And they're like, but you have to head this way. And as we kept going, the trail of bugs got smaller and smaller, like thinner,
Yeah.
and it ended up leading us to like a complete dead end. And as we got closer and closer to this like dead end, I want to say it was like a rocky cliff face, either that or just a boulder. I don't know. We got closer and closer to this, and I was like, this is not the path we're supposed to be on. This is not the way we're supposed to be going. And then I woke up.
You defied the narrator and then woke up. You're like, I don't think this narrator knows what he's talking about.
Yeah, man. I don't know what
That's
that
so
was about.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, you want your life narrated like a book.
That'd be annoying.
You think so?
I think so.
Well, I mean, I guess it would depend for me if other people could hear it or if it was just me that could hear it. Because if other people could hear it, I would not like that.
Yeah. I still wouldn't like it at all.
Because, like, I'd be like, oh, I'm never doing that again. He would, in fact, do that again. you know? like, it'd be
I'd just
great if
be
it was Morgan
constantly in
Freeman.
a state of what the fuck? What the fuck?
Jeez. Now, were the bugs only lit up by your little headlight that you had, or was it like they were glowing?
No, it was just the headlights.
Oh, well, that's even worse then. When you ran over them, I know I'm getting weird about this, but did they squelch underneath your tires, or was it just like, oh, running over these bugs?
Yeah, I didn't hear any squelching.
Oh, okay.
I was not
Well, at
grossed
least
as grossed out about it in my dream as I was in real life, waking
when
up
you
and
woke
thinking
up,
about it. Yeah.
yeah.
I was like, ew, gross.
So, I had a dream where like my thought in the dream was kind of mean, but so this is what happened. So in the dream, I knew this girl, and she had interviewed Beyonce, right?
Okay.
And she was trying to sell the article to Spin magazine. I don't know if you've ever seen that magazine, but it's a
I have
it's a
not.
music magazine.
Okay.
Anyway, they told her that they didn't want to buy it, and then she was like basically all ready to give up. And I told her, I was like, I can help you sell it to another magazine, and they would probably appreciate it a lot more than Spin would. And she like looked at me and she was like, I don't think that's allowed. I don't think I'm allowed to sell it to another magazine. And I was like, yeah, absolutely you can. I was like, it of course you can do that. There are people that do exactly that. They're freelance. you know? And I remember in the dream walking away from that conversation thinking in my head, it's a good thing that she's got connections to like these artists because she's just not smart.
Damn.
here's here's the funny part though. As I was leaving her, I saw someone that I thought was Doug, Irene's Doug,
Yeah.
standing in an unemployment line as I was leaving her. But then as I
Oh
got closer to him, I realized that it wasn't him. So I walked the other way, and that was the last thing that happened in the dream.
no. Oh shit, that's not him.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna go talk to Doug. Why is he in an unemployment line? And then I was like, oh, it's not him. Huh.
It's so dumb.
Well, it's even dumber. Why would I think that Doug was in an unemployment line? Like, I don't know.
Yeah. What a weird ending to that dream.
It was because I was like, I guess it was that thing where it was like, oh man, that girl's dumb. And then I did something kind of dumb right after.
It's funny.
Yeah. It's the first time I've ever had Doug be in one of my dreams. And what's funny is I haven't seen Doug in like, I don't know, 6 months.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Dreams about people who I haven't seen in years.
Yeah.
But
Every
I
once in a while
remember
I'll get
thinking of
those.
them, you know.
Oh, not me. They'll pop up into my dream and I'll be like, why? I haven't thought about or seen that person in forever.
Well, I know some of yours.
Yeah. there was there was another really short dream that I had. I'm gonna go ahead and steal the next one too. Uh,
Okay.
there was another really, really short dream that I had had. Um, and it was I was parked, like I was Ubering, and I was waiting for someone to come out of this building. And while I was parked, I looked in my side mirror, and I saw a guy that I used to work with at Blockbuster, my friend Edmund. He was he was getting out of his car and going into the building where I was picking somebody up. And that was it. That was the whole dream. In the dream I was like, is that Eddie? And then that was it.
That's funny.
Yeah. I already told him about it and he was like, you wouldn't even say hi? And I was like, he looked busy.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Surely you would say hi in real life, though.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we play Xbox all the time, so of course I would say hi if I saw him in real life.
Mm-hmm. Unless you look busy.
Maybe. I don't know.
That's funny. Okay. I had a dream I titled No Napkin Spanish.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, this one was short too. So
Okay.
I dreamt that me and my mom were on a trip. This might have been like the beginning of my last dream. Me and my mom were on a trip, and I was driving in the truck. She was in the passenger seat, and we stopped at a gas station.
All right.
We went inside, and we were hungry, so we ordered some food. It was like Mexican food. So I guess it was like a taco stand inside a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
And after we got our food from the lady who worked there, like the register lady, she said, my mom asked her, could we get some napkins, please? And the lady was like, uh, She was like, no speak, no, no speak English. And mom was like pointing to the napkins. She's like, napkins, can we get some napkins, please? And she was like pretending not to understand for some reason because like there there were other people around who were also ordering food, and she would like hand them napkins. And mom was like, I want some napkins too. Can I have some napkins? And then she was like, no, no. And then I was
She
trying
did not
to
say it just like that.
Consuela.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was like that.
No.
And I tried to like explain it to her in Spanish. I was like, all we want is some napkins because I can speak pretty good Spanish.
Yeah.
And and she was like blowing me off. She was like ignoring me. And so my mom, she just keeps saying no. But like other people around her were, she was handing napkins to. I was like, you know what? And I just took some napkins and then we walked away. And that's all I remember from that dream.
More lemon pledge.
I was like, what a bitch. Yeah.
Sounds like it. Jeez. So I scrolled back in our text conversation to find that there are still three from last week that you didn't go over.
Oh,
Staff meeting.
okay.
Then there
I remember
was
that one.
puppy escape drain and Alice low grade.
Okay. I'll start with the low grade because those are pretty short.
All right.
Okay. Alice low grade. In that one, Alice had a low grade. I was
Gee.
getting, I was pissed in my dream. I just remember being super pissed because Alice had some low grades. But the thing
Mm-hmm.
is, in real life, Alice is getting some low grades, like for some assignments or some tests. Like her
Mm-hmm.
average is still pretty good, like B's and A's. But we're still not happy about the lower grades on assignments she's been getting. So we weren't happy about that in real life. And in my dream, I was fucking pissed. And I was like, Alice, how could you get such a low grade? Bring your grades up. Like I was just railing into her in my dream. I was just going off, cursing at her and shit.
Yeah.
And that's all I remember of that dream.
Alice was like, Mom, chill. I got this.
Pretty,
It's not even
pretty
real. It's a dream.
much. Okay, and then the puppy, what was that?
Puppy escape drain.
That one was short too. I dreamt the puppy started escaping. And guess what they fucking do? This was before they started
Down the
escaping.
drain?
Not
Oh,
down the drain, luckily. But
I don't know.
not like a bathtub drain or like a storm drain.
Hmm. Okay.
So I dreamt they were escaping, which is something that we were dealing with for weeks
Yeah.
after I had that dream. And so they would escape and then they would crawl into a storm drain. Like we have a couple around the house. In the little, I forget what they're called. The rivets,
The culverts?
culverts. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I jumped and went and they started going through those and I was like, well fuck, we're never gonna get to them through here, but really you could just go right across the street and we get to them. But
Yeah.
in my dream I was
Yeah.
like, damn, we are never gonna see these puppies again if they keep escaping into the goddamn storm drains. And so in my dream I was just panicking about the puppies escaping. So that's all
Oh,
I remember of that dream.
that was short. Okay.
Like dodos. I was like, they're like dodos. They don't know what they're doing. They're gonna get caught in there and drown like dummies.
Jeez.
Yeah, I was very afraid of them drowning. in the storm drains.
Well, I mean, it is one of your dreams, so there's bound to be lots of water somewhere.
Yeah,
Speaking of, how are the puppies anyway?
they're getting big. I think they might be too
Yeah.
big to escape now.
Y'all gonna start selling them or what?
Yep, he's already posted some on some sites that I'm.
Craigslist.
Yeah, one of them. That's how his dad sells puppies too.
I'm sorry, I started laughing because one of my friends was talking about having money problems, and she was saying that she was going to go on Feet Finder and post her feet. And I was like, okay.
That's funny. Okay, and then there was this one other dream I had. MY staff meeting. MY were initials. Guess for who? It's a celebrity.
Oh, it's a celebrity. Hmm.
Uh huh.
MY. Is it male or female?
Female.
Female. Okay. Huh. Y. MY. I don't know. For some reason, I always think of Mary, but I can't think of a Mary.
Nope, it's not Mary.
Then the only other thing that's coming to me is Missy Elliott, and I was like, well, that's not a Y though.
Yeah. It's either Mary or Missy. No,
I don't know.
it's not Missy. It's Michelle Yeoh.
See, I wouldn't have got that because I don't actually know who that is.
Um, she played in lots of Jackie Chan movies.
Yeah.
She played in Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Oh, see, I haven't seen that yet.
What the fuck? Are you serious?
Shut up.
That
You saw it
surprises me.
without me.
That's an excellent film.
Yeah, you guys
Excellent.
saw it without me.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're jerks.
You really need to see it. It's fucking
No.
hilarious.
No, okay.
It is. And you would like it. You would definitely like it. Okay, so in my dream, I was at a staff meeting. I don't recognize any of the people in my staff meeting. It was like a corporate staff meeting. Like I worked in some sort of big time, big shot business place. Because we're in like a skyrise. And I was in a formal staff meeting with like an actual long table and rolly chairs. Nice lighting. Okay. And there was
Okay.
someone someone who was running our meeting, like our boss, started giving a speech, and then he introduced. I walked in late as he was about to introduce a guest speaker at our meeting, and I was about to sit down when he said, and it's uh, I want everybody to give a hand to a a woman who is inspiring, and like he was just complimenting her, and he's like she's very talented, and she's going to be speaking with us today on I don't know what she's going to speak to us about, but on some things, and she happens to be a famous actress. And then um for some reason I noticed on hanging up on our wall in the background like pictures of like posters of the film Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Hmm.
And I was like, wouldn't that be crazy if it was Michelle Yeoh? And it was Michelle Yeoh. And I was like, oh my God, it's Michelle Yeoh. And I was like, I'm such a big fan. And I was like, I loved you in your films, in your most recent film, Everything Everywhere All at Once. And
And
she was
everybody else
like,
in the staff meeting is like, Tasha, shut up. We're trying to go home.
probably. I was not paying attention because I was starstruck. I was definitely fangirling because I was like just complimenting her, and she was very nice about it, and like all smiles, and she was like, "Thank you," and then she started talking to us, and I don't remember what it was about. I have no clue. But then she started leading us into a different area in the building, and I think that's what led us to um the backstages of Saturday Night Live. I think that's the beginning of that dream.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, because I was with a bunch of people who I didn't recognize who I worked with.
And then all of a sudden it was David Spade and not Michelle Yeoh.
Yeah.
And you were like, David Spade?
Yep.
Yeah, I do need to watch that movie because I haven't seen it. But then again, I haven't seen a lot of movies. I wanted to go see The Creator. I think I told you that like forever ago. But it's
Yeah.
on Hulu now, so I can just stream it.
Is it?
Yep.
We ended up buying it on some streaming service.
The Creator?
Yeah.
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah. It was all right.
Okay.
It did not live up to my expectations, but it's fine.
Well, if it didn't live up to your expectations, then that means Ernesto hated it.
No, Ernesto actually liked it.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I think he cried actually.
Don't tell people that. Edit.
I'm leaving that in. Yeah.
He's gonna hate you so much.
uh, yeah.
Oh, this doesn't have anything to do with dreams, but I looked over and I saw it. Uh, I was sitting down earlier today and I was playing a video game, and I heard like people at my door. I heard kids specifically, and I could tell that they were the neighbor kids, and I was like, "What the hell are they doing?" And I thought they were gonna knock or something, and then they didn't, and they just left. And I was like, "All right, whatever." So I went back to playing my video game. Well, I went to go leave a little while later. And there was one of those candy cane like empty candy canes that has like candy in it. If you know what I
Yeah.
mean, like hollow. Anyway, and it had hot tamales in it, and it had a little crucifix on it.
Oh.
So I guess they were doing it for their church because they've already been by to like give me a pamphlet, you know,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, oh no, thank you, I'm Catholic, bye, you know, but yeah, so I have a whole thing of hot tamales sitting over here.
Nice.
Yeah, I was like, I was confused as to why they walked up to the door. I could hear them talking, and then they just left again.
I thought they might have like ding dong ditched you
No, well, we
or
don't even have a
something.
doorbell, so you have to knock, and they didn't knock.
Or you're gonna find like a bag of dog shit on your porch or something.
Yeah, there you go.
About odd gifts, it's like the season for holidays, right? So
No,
all last week and the week before, I was getting gifts from like friends and kids. So one of my kids gave me I don't remember who. Oh, I remember who it was. It was a kid who gave me a nice card that he wrote. Um, it said something like, "I know teaching's no easy job, and you handle it well." And I was like, "Oh, that's so sweet." And he also gave me a box of, it was like
cinnamon.
sour Skittles or something.
No.
That was cute.
Yeah.
Haven't gotten like random candy like that before. Um, and also one of my peer coaches, um, he's not a peer of mine. That's what we call them. He works with his peers. But anyways, he asked me like a week or so ago, what are 3 things that I like? It could be anything. And I ended up telling him that I like coloring. That was one of the things.
Oh yeah.
I meant like adult coloring books.
Yeah.
Okay, so he shows up with a gift on the very last day. It was a huge gift bag, right? He's like, it's only huge because of this blanket and this coloring book. And I took out the coloring book, and it's one of those like giant paper coloring books for kids. It's like holiday animals. I was like, this
Oh.
is adorable. I guess I should have been more specific, but I love it. I think I'm gonna color it for real.
For that matter, you know what? I could give you one of my coloring books that I'm definitely never gonna touch. Um, it's a Doctor Who coloring book though, so I don't know that you would like it as much.
I haven't watched it, but it's on my list.
I think I started coloring like one of the things and realized, you know what? No, I don't like this.
That's funny. So I was gonna say, what do you do when you're listening to podcasts? But it's probably driving.
Yeah, yeah. I'm always driving and listening to podcasts or um sometimes music, but sometimes it's just um sports radio, sports talk
Mm.
radio. I started listening to a bunch of different podcasts. One of the podcasts that I haven't listened to in a while was the No Sleep podcast,
Yeah. Huh.
which is just nothing but horror stories. It's pretty good. And then, I think I told you recently I've been listening to Pod Meets World, which is the Boy Meets World rewatch podcast.
Yeah.
So,
What's the one about horror stories?
No Sleep. It's the No
Huh.
Sleep podcast.
Is it all fiction?
Yes.
Oh.
They are sometimes presented as actual stories, but they're all fiction.
Okay. Because I used to listen to Spooked a lot. But those are real accounts.
Ah, I like real ghost stories.
Then you should
Well,
give Spooked a listen.
I'll have to. I think we're out of dreams. I know I'm out of dreams. I've been out of dreams.
Yep.
So on to recommendations.
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 Recommendations. Okay. I am going to recommend a film we talked about on this podcast. Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Ooh. Blech.
Oh, damn, it's a long movie. I'm
Yeah.
looking at thing. 2 hours and 19 minutes. But damn, is it a wild ride. Okay, so it starts out with a Chinese immigrant, an older Chinese immigrant, and her husband. And I forget if it's her dad or her mom who live with them. She lives above her business that she owns in America, and it's a laundry, it's a laundromat. So that's how it starts out. And she's got a daughter who's grown, and they're like visiting her for the holidays, and that's how it starts. But it ends up being that she gets in like trouble with the IRS for not keeping records of her taxes or whatever.
Hmm.
And then she is swept up on a wild ride between different parallel realities that she could have in different lives that she has lived in other you know. Oh, I keep wanting to say universities, but I mean other universes.
Yeah.
So we get to see her character in different parallel universes and how she handles situations in all kinds of different ways. That's the title, Everything Everywhere All at Once, which kind of leads into, parallel universes. And that's all I want to say about this because I don't want to give too much away, but I do want to mention the cast, okay? So, Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Lee Curtis, Ke Huy Quan from The Goonies, making a gigantic comeback in this film. I loved him in this film. Like, he shot all the way up to one of my favorite actors just from this film. If you're into alternate realities, sci-fi, action, adventure happening to, just a normal person, then check it out. It's like an
All
unlikely
right.
hero kind of thing.
I like I said earlier, I do want to see it. I saw the previews and thought it looked really good and really wanted to watch it, but just never got around to it.
You need to check it out.
I will. I
I
definitely
wonder,
will.
wonder if it's streaming anywhere.
I'm sure it is. You almost made me reconsider what I was going to recommend. Almost.
Okay.
But I'm going to recommend the same thing I was going to. I don't think I've recommended this yet, but it's a comedy called Accepted.
Okay.
Um, I don't know if this is a movie you've seen, but it's starring Justin Long, Jonah Hill, Blake Lively. Justin's character winds up not getting into any colleges. So he winds up getting all these rejection letters, and he doesn't want to disappoint his family, and so he comes up with this fake college, right? And tells everybody that
Oh.
he got accepted to this fake college, and then he has to kind of actually create this fake college. And when he does that, he actually winds up getting people to come and learn at this college. So, it's a really weird comedy, but it's kind
This
of
is the
heartwarming and what?
this is the film that where is that Jonah who's asking ask
Yes,
me about
yes,
my winner?
yes. That
That
is
one?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
This
funny.
was before he did Super Bad, I believe. Um, and this was the one that really made me think he was hilarious before Super Bad. Um, it's got that one scene. I don't know if you've seen it, but there was this body or something that falls out of the ceiling, and he screams like a girl, like so high pitched scream. And then he's just like, "It'd be really cool if you didn't tell anybody that I did that."
Yeah, this was in 2006. Yeah.
Yeah, but it winds up being a very heartwarming and touching story um, about being accepted, and not just by college, but in general, in society.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah. So check it out. It's really good. Like I said, great cast, very funny. You'll like it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I
Check it
think
out.
we did it.
We did it. Yay!
Yay!
Hit us with the outro, Dustin.
Da da da.
Thank you, little dreamers, for listening.
Little Dreamers is our $5 Patreon subscription tier.
Listen to us on Anchor, Spotify, Google Podcasts until 2024,
Thanks for that, Google.
Sirius, Pandora, and YouTube, with YouTube Music and Apple Podcasts coming soon.
You can find us on our socials at TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, anywhere else that you think of social media.
Also, email us your dreams at whatmdreams@gmail.com so that we can hear from some of
what you have dreamt about. And, we might judge you harshly. I don't know. We'll see.
We will, but also it'll be fun, so it's cool. Thank you again for listening. Bye.
Bye. Forever.
No, never.
Oh no, I'm stuck.
You've never
stuck
seen
in the closet.
Accepted then, huh?
Yeah, I have. A long
you have
time
seen
ago.
it. Okay.